Hey guys, I'm going to do a different video than I've ever done before. On this property, I had 4 houses to wash, and I was kind of short for time, so I didn't make a lot of video. But just wanted to show you the pictures that I take when I pull up to a job, no matter how much of a hurry I'm in or running behind. This one was for a ministry. All 4 of these were for a ministry. And they had called me back in May, lost a quote. I went back, give them another quote, and here I am. You know, that back side that looked so bad, this side here was completely green. You know, it's cooler now here in Tennessee, and it may take a little bit longer for your bleach to work, but just make sure it's hot. You know, you can run it a little hotter and save time, or run it a little bit weaker and waste time. So with this one, I sprayed it all, got it all took care of in one shot. And I mean, this is a pretty big house, but really the only side that was dirty was the back side that was green. Of course, we went up underneath all the porches and got them clean. Here is the second house. This one had 2 sides out of 4 that was dirty. This side here, you can't see it that well in the picture, but it was pretty green. We got it washed. You know, the landscaping wasn't an issue. This side here was really the dirty side. It looked worse in person. And we just got it washed. You know, I was able to shoot from the ground with my Jrod and get all that peak all the way up there to the top air vent easily. Here's just a shot that I took for Facebook to put on there, like a before and after. All these properties that I'm showing you today had wooden porches, wooden decks, and they weren't in the best of shape. They weren't all stained, or if they were, it wasn't that great. So I pre-wet every one of these before I did anything. That way I didn't spot them up or streak them or anything like that. So, you know, I get done. I was in a hurry, but I was going fast too. And some of these places, the water hadn't even dried yet, you know, by the time I got through with one side, because I was very, very efficient. Don't get it twisted that because I was in a hurry or I was on a time crunch that I let anything slide. Like you can see this picture, it's still wet. It was wide open vinyl to spray, and I mean, it was really easy washes. There was 4 of them. I had to unhook and hook up each time and move on to the next one. But you know, it was really good. I was able to get them taken care of like I was supposed to. This is the 3rd house, has a little bit of mildew, a lot of spider webs. This one had white soffits and gutters. The soffits were disgusting. They had mildew all over them. This house doesn't look that big from the front, but then when you get to the back side, you know, it's pretty good size. Again, here are the soffits, the underneath porch. I didn't get an after shot of this. This would have been a very good after shot, but I didn't get it. A lot of this black, it's best to rinse before you ever spray, because the bleach isn't going to do anything to the dirt. So it has to, you got to get on there and kill that organic off with the bleach, and that's just not going to happen if there's dirt on top of it. So I always, most time, pre-rinse porches and get them took care of first, and then spray them. This light here, I figured would be a good before and after picture, because it was just so disgustingly covered with spider webs. You know, this here, it's a 2-story house it's a house with a basement, so it's 2-story. Nothing for us to get with the Jrod from the ground. This one wasn't as bad. The main thing was spider webs, and the soffits were disgusting. This was a pump house or a well that he said, and he said, hey, can you do that for me? It's down there beside of my house, and if you don't care to do that, you know, he told me he'd pay me more, but I didn't need him to pay me more. I was already there, and I didn't care to do it, but it came out great. Here are the soffits. You know, this is my after pictures of the soffits, and just after pictures of the house. Even though you may not have been able to see much from the before and after, I still take pictures of all the house, of any damage, and I always try to look for the dirty on the befores and take those same pictures on my afters to post on Facebook or, YouTube like I'm doing now or whatever. Like I said, this house wasn't that bad. We would go on to the fourth house here, which was this one. It doesn't look like it's much of anything when you're looking at the front of it. Again, we got wood porches we had to soak down. The front of this house looks really, really small, and I remembered it being small. But then once I got over to the side of it, I was like, holy crap, this house is really tall, which, it isn't nothing that we can't get. This side, I'm up pretty good, so it isn't nothing to get. But then you get to this back side, and it is tall. So I would spray from one side to the other. It had mildew. There's a bunch of trees in the way. Had some mildew on the back. That was the worst part of this one, was the mildew. But we got it took care of. So here is my after pictures. I went ahead and knocked that well house out. Even though there wasn't a lot of difference in this, I still take my after pictures just to make sure that if anything was to come up, I covered my butt. Took the after pictures of the house. Like I said, it wasn't that dirty. It had mainly a lot of mildew on the back. These soffits were gross. So again, soffit pictures. The house, I'm done so quick with it that it was still wet. That's why it looks like that. Had some green on this side, but not a lot that you could really see. And, we just went and got it knocked out. This one was really tall. It took all the Jrod. I could have shot a little higher, but, it took most of the Jrod to get it clean. So I had trees here in my way. But here's just the before and afters to show you my pictures I took before and the ones that I took as an after shot. It's just, it is what it is. We just try to make them look as good as we can and show them in our Facebook pages, on our Google page, on YouTube, and just try to advertise that way. Show what's dirty and what it can look like. So that's my time for today, guys. I know this is a little bit different video, and I've been MIA for a while, but I'm back, and talk to you soon. See ya.